Why is it so hard to keep our New Year's resolutions? It's easy to set them, but it's so hard to actually make them come true, to make them come alive. So in this video, I'm going to share with you some strategies, some examples of personal goals that you could set for the new year, and also a 5-step process for how you can actually achieve it. My name is Ruzanna Hernandez, and I write on efficiencyandorganization.com. I also have a book out that's called Efficiency and Organization to Achieve More in Life. Now, when it comes to New Year resolutions, most people who set them, who get excited in the beginning of the year because they set goals and dreams and things that they want to do, end up by, I think it's January 19th or the 20th, they end up giving up on them. Why? Because there are certain things that they don't do. For example, their goals that they make are not specific enough, or they do too much, they plan for too much, or they don't plan ahead enough. They don't have self-confidence. I come up with a 5-step process for actually meeting and achieving New Year's resolutions. So the first one is coming up with 1 to 5 resolutions. Then it's about setting a vision for success, setting specific goals, being as specific as possible. So a resolution, what I'm basically saying, is different than a goal. Setting action plans. And then lastly, tracking progress. In my opinion, tracking progress is the most important of all 5. I have an article that I wrote on this, and I will share the link in the bottom of the video that you could see, but these are the ones I'm going to break down in the video. First, let me show you the New Year resolutions. These are pretty typical, common ones that people come up with. For example, they want to do better financially, they want to either save or cut down debt. A lot of folks want to travel more, get out more. Some want to complete their degree. This is another big one. A lot of people start to pursue a degree, whether it's their bachelor's or their master's, and they don't finish. Next, once you kind of know what your resolutions, what you want to do, if you have a vision of what it would be to succeed at that, that would help tremendously. That's your second step. So it's basically not enough to say, oh, I want to be, I want to have less debt. It's not enough to just say, I want to have less debt. You have to envision yourself, how you would feel at the end of the year with having less debt. So for example, right now, let's say you owe $3,000 to credit card companies. How would it feel? Just kind of imagine yourself on December 31st. How would it feel on that day, knowing that you only owe $500 now, or you only owe $800 now? Is that going to be a good feeling? See, you want to have that vision of that good feeling, because that's what's going to motivate you all year long to persist on trying to meet this goal. The next step is an actual specific goal. It has to be as specific as possible. So for SMART goals, let's say you want to do it on personal finances, on cutting down debt. I currently owe $3,000. I want to owe only $1,000 to credit card companies in the next 12 months. That's a very specific goal that you can measure. The next part, so action plans are also very specific. They tell us what we need to do. They turn the goals, the process of obtaining the goal, into tasks that we can write in our planners. And I'm a big fan of planners and calendars, because what I do is I write the tasks down in my planner, and as I meet each one, I cross it off. But basically in this step, I'm taking the action plans, basically turning them into tasks that I can easily cross off as I go. So the last part is going to be to track and monitor the goal. And this is so very important. This is again why I love using planners and calendars, because I write in there that every so often I need to go and take a look at my goals, my yearly goals, and track them. I'm going to put a link to something that I have on efficiencyandorganization.com. It's just a form that I created. What that form does is it not only helps to put it on paper, what a goal is, what the action plans are, but it also says how often we are going to track progress. Because that's the thing. See, we can make all kinds of goals, and we can say we have all kinds of dreams. Unless we're constantly holding ourselves accountable to getting the action plans done that'll help us achieve the goal, it's not going to happen. So take a look at that form. You don't have to use mine. You could do one that works for you, but it's worked wonders for me. I appreciate you being with me. Have a great day, and I will catch you in the next video.